Hello everyone, my name is Demetrius Mack, and today I thought I'd sit down and talk to you guys about Microsoft's E3 presentation that just went on and wrapped up not too long ago. In fact, it wrapped up about, 30 minutes ago at the time of this recording. And boy, oh boy, I have a lot of information to share with you guys. The first thing that you should know is Project Scorpio is no longer known as Project Scorpio. It has officially been revealed as the Xbox One X, which to me sounds a little bit, I don't want to say unoriginal, but I want to say I feel like they could have came up with a better name. But that doesn't really matter that much. You know, the name is fine. It is what it is. It's what the presentation showed me, and I'm going to be going over a few things about what I liked, and then some of the things that I didn't like, and then some things in the middle. And there's just a lot to talk about. And honestly, I could sit here and talk to you guys about this for hours. So I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can. And I'm sorry if I missed some key topics that you want to discuss or want to hear discussed. You can go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. But without further ado, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get started with what really blew me away at this presser. So here we go. The first of which I want to talk about, and this is something that people may not know when I'm explaining it right now, and I'm going to explain it to you about what they meant about PlayerUnknown's Battleground, which is something that is blowing up absolutely on PC. I mean, if you check Twitter feed and everything, your Twitter feed, if you're a gamer or something like that, your Twitter feed is probably absolutely filled with nothing but PlayerUnknown Battle. I mean, it is absolutely huge, and they got the rights, or they got the Windows launch rights to this game on consoles, meaning that it is going to be exclusively on the Xbox One and Xbox One X, and it will not be on the PlayStation 4 Pro. However, a lot of people don't realize what they said when they say Windows launch. That specifically means it's going to be exclusive for about a year. And then it's going to transfer over, of course, to PlayStation and all that other stuff. But a lot of people, for some people, that could be a good thing. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing for the PlayStation, because by then games like this tend to run their course. So I don't know if in a year this game is going to be as relevant as it is right now. But for Xbox at this point in time, which absolutely compared to Sony had been bleeding exclusives, lacking of exclusives, they absolutely came through with this one, because this is one of the hottest games out right now on PC, and they absolutely nailed this, having this as an exclusive. And it's really big for them. I think this is a step in the right direction. I think this is a step in the right direction that the fans wanted, and this is something that is ultimately going to hopefully increase their sales in the future. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is a game called Metro Exodus, and this is my first time even being introduced to the series. And for someone who has no idea about what this series is about, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. It got me intrigued. It piqued my interest, and the gameplay demo that we saw during this presser looked really intriguing. I gotta say, the part where he was fighting those giant mouse creatures, it looked really interesting, and it's something that I'm going to keep my eye on. So that's something that definitely stuck out for me, and I think it's something that looks a little bit different. The world was beautiful to look at visually and everything. So, it's something that I'm going to keep on my mind. It's definitely a game that stuck out to me from them. Another game and franchise that I am not really in tune with is the Assassin's Creed series. And I think it served them right to take that year break, because their previous installment looked like they, as a team, like Ubisoft as a team, was really kind of, I don't know what the word to put is. I want to say maybe fatigued or kind of gassed, because it didn't just look properly polished to me. But this new one, which is supposed to be the Origins, which is supposed to take place way beyond the first game, this looks pretty interesting, and also the promise of big boss battle fights in this game. I mean, come on. It looks pretty fun. And like I said, I'm someone who's not really in tune with this series. I don't know much about it, but from what I saw, it looks really, really well done. I like it. You can go up in the air and you can scout and use the eagle and everything. Now, of course, you could do that in games like, Far Cry Primal and stuff like that. But to me, the fighting style looked a little bit sloppy. But other than that, this game looks like it could be really, really well It could be really fun for someone who's a first timer, someone like me, or maybe someone like you who's trying to get into the series but never really looked like. So I think this might be the game to actually draw in a lot of people and a lot of people to come who are new to this series. This could be the game to draw them in. This was one of the least kept secrets at E3. Everybody knew this game was coming out, and I'm not sure if it was Microsoft that wanted to review it because they're, showing it on their Xbox One X, or if it was Ubisoft that was, like, hey, we want to premiere. But my thing is, I think this game looks really, really crisp on the Xbox One X. And I think Microsoft was kind of like, sorry, we're going to debut this game. We don't give a damn if you don't like it, Ubisoft. You're going to take this debut and you're going to like it. Among other notable games, folks, we have Sea of Thieves, which started off looking really goofy, and even the commentating, that's what really kept me interested, was the commentator. It looked like the guy was absolutely superb at doing his job and maintaining the audience's attention, because his guidance throughout that entire thing got me into the game, and it got me intrigued and looking like, oh, like this game, this could be, this could be some shit, right? This could be something really, really interesting. And I think we got a good idea at how the quests are going to look in this game. And it just, so some people, it might look a little bit goofy, and some people might be complaining about graphics, but overall, I think this game looks really nice. Along with Shadow of War. Shadow of War, I'm really, 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 really looking forward to, because I think Shadow of War is going to be absolutely fun to play. And primarily because the main protagonist looks OP as hell. Let's be real. He's slicing and dicing and teleporting here and there and can dominate people and can do all sorts of stuff. I think that game is just going to be fun, especially for the people who like to play OP-ass characters or into OP characters in general. I think you're going to have a blast with this game, because from what we've seen so far, this main protagonist from that game, he looks absolutely fucking dominant. And then the game that absolutely blew me away, it was at the end of their presser, Anthem. And I'm sure a lot of you watching this will agree with me here. Anthem absolutely stood out for me. It was beautiful to look at. I like the concept of it. A lot of people might be saying, oh, Titanfall ripoff here, or some people saying Destiny ripoff here. But you know what? I don't give a damn. I think it's got kind of a combination of all those things, which looks pretty awesome. Because when you first start off, you're walking through and you're walking through that little marketplace, and it kind of looks like, it's like, okay, so where's it going? But once they jumped up in the air and they started flying, and then you go to that little scene, a little temple ruin scene or whatever it is, and you see that little, and you see that, well, I was about to say little, but you see that big, giant, like, gorilla, whatever the hell that thing, smashing the hell out of those littler things. And I'm just intrigued in exploring this world. I mean, to be frank, I'm just intrigued in exploring, like the attacks and everything looked whatever to me, but I'm just intrigued in exploring this world. It looked absolutely gorgeous, as did all the games on the Xbox One X, which is telling me that this 4K stuff is really going to it's going to be nice, to say the least. I mean, it's nothing that we don't already know, folks, but like, it's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice. And especially Anthem. I mean, God, that game looks absolutely fucking fantastic. I mean, it just, gosh, that may be Game of the Year material already. You heard it here first, all right? You heard it on my channel here first. That may be Game of the Year material. I know that is jumping to huge conclusions, but I just got that feeling. It's just a gut feeling, all right? So not only did Xbox announced that there was going to be a bunch of exclusives, and not only did they give us a little bit of information on Project Scorpio, which is now the Xbox One X, they also introduced something which is, I think, a well-deserved to the loyal fans of Microsoft and Xbox over the years, the backwards compatibility. We all knew we were going to be getting that soon, and we were going to be able to play old Xbox 360 games onto your Xbox One and Xbox One X. Well, they announced that they're bringing old Xbox, yes, original Xbox games back as well, which to the fans and the loyal fans is absolutely superb. I'd love to be able to play old games on the Xbox One X. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. I think that's a fantastic idea that they did, and it'd just be awesome to play. For me, personally, I grew up on Halo and Halo 2, and for me to be able to play those games again, with upgraded graphics and all that stuff, I think that'd be fucking fantastic. Now, I'm not sure what the limit on the library is going to be yet. They said currently it holds about, what, 385 copies right now? Which is how many titles they have right now in their backwards compatibility thing. I don't know if that's going to grow or if it's going to stay right there. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully hopefully it's the fact that it grows. Hopefully it grows instead of just staying at that same, because that'd be pretty awesome. Also, we don't know what the deal is going to be with the pricing. Are you going to have to sign up for a subscription fee, or is it going to absolutely just be like, hey, pay $5 or $10 for this specific game? Not 100% sure how it's supposed to work, but it is exciting for Xbox fans to actually get rewarded and to be able to play some of the games that a lot of us grew up on. And now I guess I'll go over some of the things and some of the games that really didn't stand out to me that I was hoping could find redemption, like State of Decay 2 and Crackdown 3. You know, the whole Terry Crews thing at the beginning was fun and all, but we didn't really get to see gameplay in it. It just looked a bit, I don't know, mushy to me. The Crackdown 3, you know, from what we got from that trailer. But it just didn't do it for me, and I'm a little bit disappointed because all of those games have seemed like, you know, the previous two have seemed like it was such high potential, but ultimately have been let downs, and it looked like they're headed down that path as well. And like I said, for State of Decay 2, I played the first one a little bit, didn't really find it that interesting, and the second one just looks, I don't know, it just doesn't, it looks like a generic game that doesn't really have a taste, but that's just my opinion on it. So, hey, you know what? If you want to bash me for that, State of Decay fans, go ahead. I won't blame you for that. And one of the biggest things that I can already hear the masses of people moaning and complaining and just absolutely going batshit crazy for is that there was no Halo 6 announcement. And you know what? I understand it. Like I said it earlier in this video, I grew up with Halo, all right? I grew up with Halo. But to me, Halo has been dead ever since Bungie left them and they put it in the hands of 343 Industries or 343 Industries or whoever the fuck took over. I don't even know. I think I butchered that company name. Not that they didn't deserve the respect, but ever since Halo 4, the series has been dead to me. I played Halo 4, did not care for it, didn't even bother to get Halo 5 or even play it at a friend's house because at the time I don't have an Xbox One, but the series is dead to me. They didn't announce it, and if they never announce it, that's all the well to me. I think this series should have been long completed after 3. Why it's still going on now, you're just tarnishing its legacy. You're just tarnishing its legacy. I don't think it needs to ever be realized, but like I said, that's my opinion. I know there's a whole hell of a bunch of people who disagree with me on that. It's just my opinion is I could give two shits about Halo 6. And that's pretty much all that I want to go over, folks. That is all I want to go over, folks. For those of you who do not know, I will actually indeed be heading down to E3 for the expo for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm going to be down there. So I will try and to get videos up for you guys. I don't know how successful I'm going to be doing that because it's going to be long days, and then I'm going to be doing stuff outside of the expo and outside of the event after, and I will try. The next thing coming up today, folks, is Bethesda. There's a whole plethora of content, folks. This entire week, there's just going to be a whole plethora of information that we're going to be getting in the gaming world, folks. So just stay tuned to YouTube in general. Just stay tuned on YouTube in general. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of stuff that's going to come up on your recommended pages. So, folks, be sure to let me know what you thought of this video. What do you think that I missed? What do you think I could have mentioned? What do you think that I mentioned that should have been left out? What are some of your thoughts on this Xbox presser, on some of the things that they announced today? What are your favorite things? What are your least favorite things? Let me know in the comment section below, folks. I would love to hear your responses. I always love to hear your responses, and I always love responding to people and getting people's feedback. That's one of the things that I just truly enjoy. So make sure to express your opinions, positive or negative, in the comment section below, folks. And with that being said, folks, I am going to go film right off the bat. I'm going to film my series, my next episode for my series, What Kind of Shit Is That? And then I'm going to get to packing because I gotta do a lot of packing, a lot of preparing because I'm leaving in the middle of the morning on Tuesday to get down there. And I'm going straight from driving all the way from Northern California down to Southern California and then going straight to the freaking expo. So I got a lot to mentally prepare myself for. And then I got to get and like I said, I'll try and get videos for you guys throughout the week. Otherwise, I will be back with videos and a gameplay video will be up on Friday. And that is it. I think I've stated my piece for this video. Now I've got to catch my breath and go and do another one. Hey, life of a YouTuber, hey? Even if you only are part-time like me, sometimes you just get really, really busy making stuff and doing the things you love. So that is it, folks. I will see you all in the next video. Until then, I'm Demetrius Mack, and I'm out. Peace.